It was her first day sitting up there. Her husband told her not to do anything, just to sit there and be the most beautiful wife. She was happy to be a vase worth showing off because that was her dream. Her husband adored her, showering her with gifts every day. Sometimes it was an expensive necklace, sometimes a bouquet of flowers. And every day, she dressed up, making sure she looked her best when he came home. But little by little, she started to notice something. The gifts stopped coming. Yet somehow a simple blown kiss felt more precious than any luxury she had received before. Over time, she realized her husband was getting buried in work. He still looked at her, but their conversations felt distant, almost unfamiliar. She was being ignored. She tried reminding him how beautiful she looked today, but he simply put a finger to his lips, signaling her to stay quiet. She told herself, even the most beautiful vase can't be admired every single moment. So she kept dressing up day after day. But then one day her husband had the servants move the table, turning his back on her completely. She was furious, but there was nothing she could do. 3 years passed. She still wore the most gorgeous outfits, still put on the perfect makeup. But the admiring glances were gone, replaced by the cold sound of the door shutting behind him. If no one is looking at a vase anymore, does it even matter how beautiful it is? Maybe it was time to come down. But when she looked down, she realized beneath her was a bottomless abyss. She took off a shoe and dropped it. It took a long time before she finally heard it hit the ground. She was scared, but she had to go down. Taking a deep breath, she turned around and started climbing down, slowly, carefully. She told herself, I can do this. Finally, she made it, but she discovered something. She didn't know how to walk. It took a long time, but she learned it again. And soon her steps became steadier, more confident. She began to enjoy the world around her. She smudged her makeup by accident. Instinctively, she reached for her compact to fix it. Looking at her reflection, feeling everything she had experienced that day, she made a decision. She picked up a hammer and smashed the pedestal that had trapped her for so long. 1 year later, a long line stretched outside a cosmetics store. At the entrance, sitting gracefully on a display shelf, was a woman, elegantly dressed, flipping through a magazine.